It's just something a little bit different today, which is being a leader, right? And being a business owner, you are a leader. And that's very important to sales because sales and leads, you need certainty. So to be good at sales, you need certainty, you need conviction, you need to believe in what you're selling. You have to have a bit of a bit of even ego about yourself to be a great salesman. So that's important. And without like sales is the oxygen of your business. So if you're not getting sales in, you're going to go out of business real quick. So that's why sales are so important. And that's why you have to practice on your sales every single day. And if you're not, if for whatever reasons, if you're not getting enough leads that you want, you can always do outbound, right? Outbound, do whatever you can, message 100 people on Facebook, go into Facebook groups, message, right? Simple and easy. And that's the number one thing about being a leader, right? Or being a business owner, because if you're a business owner, automatically you have to lead. You have to first lead yourself and then lead others. So that's taking full ownership for your position. As soon as you blame someone else for your business, that's when you lose power, playing the blame game. But if you look within saying, no, this is my responsibility, I need to make sure X, Y, and Z is happening because I am a reflection of what is going on in the business. Like it or not, like every problem that happens in my business is my fault, right? Mine and Jeffrey's fault. It's my fault. But also, it's also your fault within your business, right? Everything that happened it's on you. And it's really taking ownership. And when I discovered this, because I used to blame so many variables about back in the day why my business wasn't working, but when I said, all right, enough's enough, this is on me, and I'm the only one who's going to move it forward, that's when everything changed. And it's going from that mentality from victim to victor. Because as soon as you put on someone else, that's when the victim is going to come out. So that is really important is that, and that's going to come through with your sales course, because if you're not certain what you do, if you don't have conviction in your voice, if you don't believe what you're doing, then it's all going to be for nothing because the prospect's going to hear it 100 times over, right? People aren't silly, they'll know. But if you really believe in what you're doing, you believe in the message, like, believe in the offer, and if you never give up, if you keep on moving forward, like, whatever it takes, I will do it, and keep on moving forward. That's how business is done. Like I've talked about before, when it took me 3 years to get my first client. Now I've got like hundreds of clients, right? So, but it's about one thing. It's like an airplane. An airplane, at first, it takes ages for it to take off, right? It needs a lot of momentum. But when it's up in the sky, it's on autopilot. And that's exactly how business is. That's like how anything goes. It's like when you first start exercising after that you haven't exercised in like 5 years. It's gonna be really crap at first, right? But once you start putting the reps in, you get better and better and better and better and better. And before you know it, you're fit as. And it's exactly the same with a business. Exactly the same fundamentals and everything. But it all comes down to you. Like what does your routine look like? Like what does your day look like? Are you truly putting your heart and soul into this? Are you doing everything you can to get it going? Are you getting emotional? Are you checking your numbers? Are you looking at the data? Okay, well, we spent this much on ads. So we spent that much on ads. Okay, this is how much I made. Okay, this is what's going on. It could be like a financial thing. Okay, well, like, because money is the oxygen to the business. Without money, the business is stuck. It's not going to work. So it's like, okay, well, we don't have enough money for ads. What's the next thing we can do? Then there's different options that we can look at. So it could even be some type of finance, right? Some type of finance. So like, obviously, if you buy a car on finance, or if you buy, like, I don't know, like let's say in New Zealand, we don't have many European car parks. So usually buying like an old European car when you're in New Zealand or Australia is a really bad idea. But we've got heaps of Japanese cars, heaps of Japanese parts. The safer option to do that. So let's say it's like buying a old European car on finance. That's bad. That's a bad idea, right? However, if it's a loan to put into your business to get more money and more sales, and the data is showing that this worked and do it now, then we get these golden opportunities once in a while. And if the numbers are aligned, then it's a good idea to you put it on credit card, put it on finance, whatever, because the money is going to return back, right? It's going to return back 10 times fold. So it's like when it comes to those times, it's just like, do I believe in myself? Do I believe in this? And if it's true, and yes, the numbers are showing it, so you feel like in your heart it's a great idea, and the numbers on the screen that you're tracking your data every single week or every single month is telling you that, then you have to move forward. Have to move forward. And it's like with me, like I remember that I used to blame like staff, blame staff, like, oh, they're just shit. Like, what are they doing? Like, they're lazy or whatever. But it's really like a reflection of myself that everything that they're doing is that I'm giving that same energy back. So really, like if that's happening, you first have to look at yourself as a business owner, saying, okay, this is happening, and am I actually good? Right. And like how we do one thing is how we do all. So if one thing in our life isn't okay, it's going to have a ripple effect. It's like back when I was doing, all the health, my health stuff, and I still do health coaching now. But it's just like you see with people when they're not taking care of their health, literally it impacts all of areas of life. It's like when someone doesn't take care of their education, right? And they put it on the back burner, it comes back to bite them in the butt. And it's exactly the same within business. If you're not making sure all your cups are filled, but within your life, then it's gonna really, really come back to haunt you. So it's really about like not um just not leaving any stone unturned, right? It's like, am I doing enough sales calls within the week? Am I doing enough outreach? Am I messenger or calls? Am I like am I putting enough money for ads? Like, is that all happening? And just remember, like this is a new skill for you. If you've got a new business, it's going to be hard. Like it always is. And so for some of you, this could be like a new world. But imagine how your students feel that they've been struggling with their English, they've been struggling with their maths for such a long time, and their confidence is an all-time low. But you're telling them to do the work, right? You're telling them to keep studying and keep learning and show up to the test. Well, business is like a big test, right? And you have to put in the work, and you have to put in the study, and you have to put the reps in. Otherwise, you're not going to get the results. So pretty much doing what you need to do with your business is practicing what you preach to your students. So show up for yourself, show up for your business, and show up for the people that you serve. And then when you do that, and when you've got that offer that you believe in, that's when you show up with certainty, and that's when you can get the sales. If you got the best, if you believe in your heart's to heart that this is the thing that they need, and they'll be better off, like they won't be better off without you. Like their life will be like affected if they go with someone else. That is a very powerful position to be in. That like I have, it's like they've got like the worst COVID ever, whatever the strain is, and they're gonna die, and then you have the antidote, right? You have the antidote for that terminal illness. You have the antidote. That's how like your offer should be to your prospect. That they'll be crazy not to do it. That 100%. If you do my course forever and long, you'll ace the test. You'll be able to speak that language. It's just got to be just this is the best thing ever. And then when you are on the sales call, you know that. It's like with my businesses, I know when I get on the phone with someone that I know if they go somewhere else that they're not going to get anywhere else. They won't get the same results, the same service. And so that brings so much conviction on the call, right? So that is something to think about. That's something to ponder, right? And just making sure that you're taking care of all areas of your life and that, you have to set the example. You have to lead by example because everything is a mirror and everything is a reflection. So just remember that. So anyways, team, it's a short one for me, but I wanted to go through that. Next week, I'll go diving into more sales, but I just want to talk about, that because that is really important because if you don't have that belief, a kind of swagger or ego about what you are selling, and if you're not leading, you're not going to be a leader, no one's going to want to follow you. You can have the best marketing in the world. And that's the difference between it's leader and offer and message. And that's the difference. That's the difference because we can all run Facebook ads, right? We can all have a incredible funnel. We can build that for you. But what separates all of our clients is the individual. The individual.